Right guys, so we have this 2018 Fiesta EcoBoost in for a charging issue. So let me show you what happens when we start this up. So telling me the door's open, which is fine, bonnet's open. So after it's been running for a little while, sounds a little bit chainy, doesn't it? But it's not giving me any faults at the minute. So the car is running and it is checking the charging system. There you go. So it now says charging system service now. So what we're going to do, we have got the trusty Autel on here. Let's have a look in the Ford and see if it's actually charging or if it is on a change note then of the engine. Yeah, sounds very different to what it did just a minute ago. So let's have a look to see what we've got on the Autel. Right, so we've just gone into the Ford 1 litre EcoBoost. We can see on here that the charging system is reporting a 14.22 volt charge. We still have got on the dash a charging system service. Now I would say, looking at that, where it's not moving, it is just running a continual charging cycle so the vehicle doesn't break down, but that should be fluctuating depending on what it needs. So let's diagnose this vehicle and see what we've got going on. Hopefully it won't take too long. The Autel's pretty good at this sort of stuff. So we will see what sort of fault codes we've got. And that's not me speeding it up. That is as fast as it is. So as you can see, we have got a lot. Because we know that this has a tainted history, which you might have seen in my previous video on. So we have got ambient air temperature, lost communication with generator, alternator. There we go. So that there, I'll bet you any money that is why we have got that issue. We've got a lost communication with the air shutter. Now anyone who's watched my previous video will know this has been involved in a front end collision. So we know why we've got that. We have got bulbs, aircon, we've got control modules, but then when you see this vehicle underneath, you would know why. But let's have a quick look under the vehicle and see if we can spot why we have got this situation here. Okay, let's do it. So we're now underneath the vehicle. I just want to show you what I found on the back of the plug, but also what I found with the air flap plug, which is probably why they've unplugged it. Okay, so let me just show you this plug on the alternator first. Can you see this plug there? Look at the green corrosion on that bottom pin. See if I can zoom in a bit more on it. See that? Look at that corrosion on that pin. I don't know if I can zoom in on it. It's really difficult. Look at that. See that on that plug? So I'll bet you any money there's our problem with that. So we'll get that out quickly. Now let's show you what I also found. So this plug here, which should have been connected into here, look at this wire. See this wire sticking out? That's actually broken. See if I can get a bit of light on the subject. See this? So what you'll find, we'll repair that, get it all back together, get it back in the hole, and let's see what we've got. Okay, we move on. Right, it was all going so well. Me thinking, that's all right, we'll just repair the wires, de-pin it, we'll get going. But this plug's not salvageable, unfortunately. It's all completely smashed and green in there. So, you know, I'd much prefer to get the wiring and the plug together and do a proper job, because what we've got on here, we've got power, ground, and this is part of the LIN network. So this could be the reason, because I think looking at the wiring diagram for this vehicle, this here for the shutters joins with the alternator circuit back to the PCM. So there is a splice for the LIN network, which is probably why we've got both fault codes for the alternator or the generator, which country you're in, and the shutters as well, because the LIN network joins the two together back to the PCM. So here we go. Right, so we have this ST on here, and we have an issue with the LIN network. Let me show you what we've got. So we've got the Ford purple LIN wire, which was to the shutter, which that plug is completely knackered. If you look on here, you can see the voltage is very, very low for a LIN network. So we're going to be chasing the wiring loom, unfortunately, but needs must. Look at the wiring on this. Right, so up there, as you can see, where we can see we have the purple LIN, but look what they have done here. Look, it's almost snapped in half. Look at that. Interesting development. When we move these wires in this loom here, the voltage goes from 1.2 up to 6.5 volts. So we know we've got a problem in this wiring loom somewhere. Let's go. Right, so we've now got, watch this. Ready? See the way it's moving around like that? Look, so we know where I've got this, which has got a piece of the car still attached to. We've got an issue with the LIN network in this cable tied, very badly wrapped wiring loom. So let's get it unwrapped. So the truth of the matter is, look at this. Look at that. That is your LIN connection. So my patience and time and absolutely everything has paid off, because we have chased this whole loom with wires and everything. And as you can see, watch. Look, that's the lit. Look, know what I'm doing. Look at that. So that is why we had a problem. So good result, Dan. Well done, mate.